I don't know how many persons have this book, and I was very privileged to have found it at the University of the West Indies bookshop by Sir Hilary Beckles. It is about King Cuffie and the establishment of Cuffie's kingdom here in Barbados around 1675. I'm going to go directly to Appendix 4, which talks about the rebellion. Page 95, Appendix 4, Great News from the Barbados. Barbados used to be spelt with an ES, a true and faithful account on the grand conspiracy of the Negroes against the English. It was a conspiracy that first broke out and was hatched by the Comormanti or Gold Coast Negroes about 3 years since, and afterwards cunningly and clandestinely carried out, kept secret even from the wives of those men. What their grand design was to choose a king, one Cuffie. That's the spelling that they have, but his name was Cuffie, an ancient Gold Coast Negro who should have been crowned on the 12th of June last past in a chair of state, meaning last year or last month, in a chair of state exquisitely wrought, carved after their mode, after their likeness, with bows, arrows, and likewise carried in state before his majesty, the intended king. So they would have put Cuffie as their king and taken him before the British king. The trumpets were to be made of elephants' teeth and gorgs to be sounded on several hills to give notice of their general rising, with full intention to fire the sugar canes. They would have burned some stuff down. The plantation plan was to cut the throats of the masters, and they would have spared the lives of the fairest and handsomest women of the plantocracy to be converted to their own use, a strategy of war. But some others affirmed the contrary. They believe they intended to murk all of them as men and women. But Anna, a house Negro woman belonging to Justice Hall, overhearing a young Comormanti Negro about 18 years of age and also belonging to Justice Hall, as he was working near the garden and discouraging with another Gormanti Negro working with him, told him boldly and plainly he would have no hand in killing the Bara, see it here, or white folks, and that he would tell his master. All of which the aforesaid Negro woman, being then accidentally in the garden, overheard, called him to the young Negro man over the place, and inquired and asked of him, what is it they so earnestly were talking about? What was that thing they talking about? He told her it was a general design to murk all of the in the island in 2 weeks. That's what fortnight means. And as soon as she understood, she went immediately to her master and mistress and discovered the whole truth of what she heard. She went and told them. They had laid a plan and they kept it from their wives, but because she heard, she ran and told. And what was the outcome of that? Let's go straight down to it. At first, 17 were found guilty and executed, 6 burnt alive, and 11 beheaded. Their dead bodies were dragged through the streets at Spikes, a pleasant port town in their island. You know that today as Spikes Town. The next Negro man chained to him, one Tony, a sturdy rogue, a Jew's Negro, jogged him and was heard to hide him in these words, "Thou fool, are there not enough of our countrymen killed already? Art thou minded to kill them all? Make confession." Then the aforesaid Negro that was going to make confession would not speak one word more, which the spectators observing cried out to Tony, "Shirah, we shall see you fried bravely by and by." Who answered undauntedly, "If you roast me today, you cannot roast me tomorrow." All those Negroes having an opinion that after death they go into their own countrymen. Why is this important? Because this line here that is underlined, "If you roast me today, you cannot roast me tomorrow," is immortalized in Buju Banton's song, "Murderer, gun is on your shoulder." Picture the Englishmen with the gun on their shoulder. If you kill me today, you cannot kill me tomorrow. This is from the book, Barbados' Cuffie's Kingdom by Sir Hilary Beckles. History in Barbados was very brutal. They said that 25 million years of life has been stolen, lost here. And one can see why. Beheaded, burnt, and then dragged through the streets of Spikestown. If you roast me today, you cannot roast me tomorrow. If you tell on me today, you can't tell on me tomorrow. If you kill me today, you cannot kill me tomorrow. If you call me names today, you cannot call me names tomorrow. Whatever you've done to me today, you can't do it tomorrow. That is what they meant. The life that was lost in Barbados was never intended to be counted